JWW on the move.
This gentleman right here, Bruce Myers, is the inventor of the Dunebuggy.
The Dunebuggy.
The Dunebuggy. So what I've always understood, and it makes perfect sense, he was a boat maker, surfboard maker there in the Huntington Beach area in California.
Right.
And he would go to Pismo Beach, California, and see all the guys up there with their cars that they've taken bodies off of, and we're going on the sand
Right.
without a body, but just a chassis. So he had the idea.
Sand dune.
There you go, on the dunes.
Yeah.
So he had an idea of going back and making a fiberglass body like this one, and then putting it on a Volkswagen Beetle chassis, and then he called it the Dunebuggy.
The buggy.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
So it all makes sense now, doesn't
Mr.
it?
Myers.
That's it. Bruce Myers. He passed away probably 2 months after he signed that right there. So that's probably one of the last signatures. He usually did guys' fenders, or he'd sign their dash or something. But when I ordered this dash, when I was restoring the Volkswagen Dunebuggy here, the dash came, and I asked if he could sign it. They said, well, he's not in good health, but if he comes in the shop, we'll see what we can do. And there his signature was when I pulled it out of the box.
That's cool.
Yeah.
This is the new configuration of the Nolte Road connector interchange at Old Canoe Creek Highway. You can see they're still working on where the old road used to be, putting in some new water lines and some new electrical lines, and probably burying 2 or 3 bodies out there somewhere. And here we've got back to the old road. Now, Nolte Road used to end at the next little interchange up here. See the brick wall where the water fountain is? That's where it ended. And this used to be a piece of a road until Mrs. Stevens passed away, and they sold her property, which this was included in that property, and they made these developments commercial and residential, and they named it Stevens Plantation after the Stevens family. Okay, what'd you say that was called?
We'll have to look at it, but I believe it's like an alien car mount, but it's got a specific name. We'll look at it, but it can handle a camera, it can handle a GoPro, Osmo like you're holding there, and it just stabilizes it and gives it a nice floating feel when you're moving down the road. But the nice thing about it is that suction cup is automatic, so if it detects a loss in vacuum, the little battery operated pulls it back down. And yep, so you never lose it. Hopefully.
Wow.
I didn't trust it on the first go around, but I'm starting to trust it now. That's why there's still a GoPro out there and nothing even.
And you got a clamp up here for your phone.
Phone up here. That's where the phone will go.
Sounds like fun. This afternoon, with a good friend, Dunebuggy Jim. Say hello, Jim.
Hello there, everybody. How y'all doing?
And you're in a rebuilt Volkswagen chassis Dunebuggy.
Indeed. It's a 1967, and it is an old Beetle. Somebody, I didn't do it, but somebody had taken a Beetle, and what you do is you take the old Volkswagen Beetle body off and shorten the chassis about 14 inches, and then drop on a fiberglass body.
So do you buy the fiberglass body already intact?
Well, it was a kit back in the day, and they were like $900. And
okay.
It had a 3-page manual, and it showed you what to save out of the Beetle, and set aside, and then toss the rest of it away. And then when you put the fiberglass body on, you would have put the seats back in it, and rebuilt it as a Dunebuggy at that point.
And Dunebuggies originated in California back in the 60s, if I remember right.
I think so. I think that's
because
right.
People were driving their cars over the dunes, the sand dunes, out on the beach.
At Pismo Beach, you always hear about, everybody going to Pismo to drive on the sand like we can. We don't have the dunes down here, but I think there's like 4 beaches we can drive on. New Smyrna, Daytona, and there's a couple other ones that I'm not sure yet. I need to go find them, but I have taken this out at Daytona, and I've taken it on New Smyrna. New Smyrna is fun because that is a 5-mile stretch of beach, so you got 10 miles of down and back.
Wow.
And that 10 miles I think is the speed limit on there, but it's fun. It's a good time. And I've seen other buggies out there. So it's kind of cool to go out to the beach and put it to use where it was designed to be on, you know?
Exactly.
I built it in Denver, and that was kind of a fish out of water.
Faith and Ryan were living in Pueblo.
And you guys came out for a visit.
Went out for a week and came up one day or one night and visited with you and your son there in Denver.
Yeah. Do you remember where you went to eat that night?
The Casa de Blanca or something. What's the name of that place?
Casa Bonita.
That's the one.
And you saw some cliff divers jumping.
Sure did.
That place is...
Cliff divers. That was a humming place.
A pretty unique place for the middle of Colorado. But yeah, it's going strong. Still going.
All right, so we're about to hit the road. We're going to investigate some stuff east of St. Cloud. I want to tell you about what it used to look like in 1991 and what it looks like today.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
Might go check out another community out east of town, Harmony, Florida. We'll get there. Okay, Jim, what we got going on here?
We've got buddies and buggies getting beverages.
There you go. The
Cheers.
beverages is water.
Our beverage today is water. That's our...
I'm getting
our
my
choice
beverage
today.
uncapped here.
Wow, that's good. I'll cheers you again.
There we go. Cheers.
All right, cheers. Look who it is, everybody. Big Jim.
Here we are.
Big Jim, Little Jim.
Water down.
My dad was Jim, so that's what I've been known as all my life. Big
All right.
Jim, Little Jim.
There you go. Well, I was just a plain Jim. Plain Jane Jim.
There was a cartoon, and one of the cars had a little mattress flipping in the air, just like that. I know you guys can't see it, but that mattress is twice as wide as the car that just went by.
I'm just checking to see if my hair is blowing.
It's a nice fountain there, Twin Lakes.
Yeah, this is one of the big housing areas here. This is the north entrance. Not really the main entrance, but it's one of the entrances. All this waterfront property along here. Florida's full of lakes down here.
There's some docks over there.
Yep.
I went a couple weeks ago. I went over to Sanibel and Captiva and Pine Island, right there by Fort Myers.
Okay.
Have you ever been in that area?
I think we did go there once years ago.
Beautiful area. Boy, they got hit hard with the hurricanes. You know, those last three that came through.
They did. Okay, when we come up to the traffic light up here, we're going to go right. That will send us back out east again. There's a bunch of the trucks I used to drive.
Yep. So tell me, you said, this is interesting, Jim used to have a Beetle. Tell me about that Beetle again.
Yeah, 1972,
Okay.
or 1971, I guess, the spring of 71, when I graduated from college. That spring, we bought a brand new 1971 Volkswagen. They called it a Super Beetle because it had, I think, 3 extra inches somewhere in the body or in the back or something. And I remember the sticker price.
What was it?
1971. It was the year of the. It was the price of the year. $1,971
For a car.
for a car. Yep.
You know what Farfennugen stands for? You ever heard that? You've heard that, right? Farfennugen, German word. It's like the joy of driving.
Okay.
That's what that is.
Is that what that is?
That was like a slogan or logo of Volkswagen there for a while.
Volkswagen Farfennugen.
Farfennugen, yeah. When
Volks-
Mike was in here, he was teaching me a little German.
Hey!
And that was a good one. Good guy to teach me that. But
That's right.
He goes into his Arnold Schwarzenegger
I bet he does.
impersonations. And you know
He would
what?
be a
It
good one.
sounds good when he does
Just like
it.
him, yeah.
His
Yeah.
favorite word when he says it is fantastic. He goes, that's fantastic. But man, when he says it, I gotta look over and go, man, is that not Arnold saying that?
That's true. Now
I miss
again,
him. I told him he can move to Florida and live in Venice and he wouldn't have to change his name.
there you go.
What do you think?
Now none of this was here, except that service station in 1971. None of this was here. All this was orange groves, as far as you can see. And then somewhere about a dozen years ago, maybe a little longer, a big freeze came through Central Florida. That was the beginning of the death of the orange trees.
I went out to the Citrus Tower and my cousin kind of explained the same thing, because when you go to the Citrus Tower, they brag up and down about how many millions of orange trees used to be around there.
That's right.
But that freeze in the 80s or whatever, 2 back-to-back freezes, wiped it out.
It did.
Wiped it out. And now there's neighborhoods all around the Citrus Tower.
That's right. Rooftops now instead of orange trees. None of this was here. All of this is built up in the last 15 years or so. There used to be a bar out here. It kind of set off to itself, but it's been demolished now and other things have been built. In a few minutes we're going to come up to a auto parts junkyard. There it is.
So a pick apart where you can go in and grab your own stuff?
Yeah.
Nice. Those are the best.
There you go. Fantastic.
Fantastic. St. Cloud Auto Salvage Auto Repair. I have fixed many cars picking my own parts.
That's good that you know how to do that.
Learned in high school, had good teachers and shop classes for woodworking and automotive classes. Took classes in college.
Now this is Nova Road. Nova Road is a cutoff road up to 520.
Oh.
It's about, I forget how many miles it is. Very lonely road right now, but they're building. None of this was here.
What we're looking at, folks, is just a ton of condos.
Condos.
I mean,
Look!
Beautiful condos over there. I know I can't spin the camera around, but...
The last vestiges of cows.
Oh, man, I got a story for you. Are you into rocket launches at all?
I have been to some rocket launches.
Really? Over at the Cape?
Yep.
Not up close, or did you go to Titusville, or where'd you go?
Once up close, on property.
Ah, you got to go on.
I got to sit at the bench across the pond from the launch pad.
Sunday,
phenomenal.
I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to go, and everybody is saying, hey, you got to get over to the Space Center on a day there's a launch, because that's close and you're surrounded by rockets and cool things. So I want to do that. But Sunday morning there was a rocket launch at 10:47 or something like that.
Okay.
I made it over there at 10:37, found a parking spot, walked over to the space park to check it out. Probably 300 people there to watch it with me. That was impressive. I didn't know how many people would be there.
Right.
Up goes the rocket. Beautiful launch. I explored Titusville a little bit. Grab a nice Mexican meal. Found another park I'll probably use to watch another launch someday. Found a good Goodwill. And then on the way home, you know where that big Swampy the Gator is? Right there by Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an animal park right there.
Okay.
But right next to there is Cracker Ranch. And I stopped. I know it's a long story, but that's how I am.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to the point here.
All right.
I know you're going like this. Where's the point, Jim? But all those cows back there, I walked up to the railing, and they were about that far away. As soon as I put my arms on the railing, the buffalo looked up, the longhorn looked up, the cows looked up. They all came to me.
Oh, wow.
That was crazy.
Oh, wow. You have to talk to the cow.
They thought they were going to get fed. That's it, you know. Somebody at that time usually shows up, I'm sure, with the hay truck.
How about that? Now, that used to be the old highway over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
like
old
Route
highway
66, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what
it
it feels like right now, guys.
And this is the new road here.
It's still there, but now it's made for golf carts or whatever over there, it looked like.
Just the local residents.
It's being bypassed.
Yep. Harmony became operational in 2003. When we get just grown up.
Harmony West.
Yeah.
Right here. I see that sign. It's still got forest groves over here.
Plenty of stuff to build on this side.
Undeveloped.
Undeveloped over here, yep.
Heavily developed on this side.
Individual homes. And let's see, in a moment we're going to come up to a curve. And then we're going to come to the original Harmony community. Across the street, across the highway from the school. School started the next year, 2004. Harmony High School.
Adam took me to the Tupperware headquarters.
Over in Kissimmee.
Was that where that was?
Over in Kissimmee, yeah. Yep, we used to,
June
June was a Tupperware lady, yeah. Many, many years. We came down 2 or 3 times to that location for their annual celebration.
Oh.
Never knowing you would live here, you know.
Right behind it. Yeah, it was closed. I mean, it was abandoned. I don't know how. It's not open anymore.
They
The day
sold
we
it.
went, we kind of drove around and checked it all out.
Yeah.
Beautiful place. I mean, back in the day, it had to be gorgeous.
It was.
And it was huge. It spanned like a college campus.
Yep, it was very
And it
nice.
had like a photo department out back in a building where they probably took all the brochure photos and everything.
And that building off to the south, the big auditorium building, that used to be part of Tupperware also. All right, this is the original community.
Oh yeah.
Here was the first buildings you saw when you came to Harmony. And it goes down past the light, over the hump in the highway, because they built a tunnel under the highway for the students to walk to school.
Oh, okay.
Now we can do 1 or 2 things. We could turn left here if you want to, but my guess is we want to go over the hump
Okay.
and maybe drive through some of the residential area and just show what that looks like.
Check it out.
So this hump in the highway is where they
The hump
built.
is a little hump.
Yeah, a little hump.
Just big enough for a tunnel. I see the school now.
It's a tunnel. It
They
goes
can get
over
to the community of
from
the house.
from the residence
it's a good
over
thing. They don't have to
over
cross
to
a
the
busy
school.
street.
Exactly.
We're on the hump right now. Here's the school. You can see that underneath will be a tunnel.
Okay, you want to take that next left-hand turn up here.
Oh, here we go. Yard sale community from 8 to 3 this Saturday. There
Bring
you
some
go.
spare cash.
Come over here and do some shopping.
Get some stuff.
You need any stuff?
I don't need any
I
stuff.
don't need any stuff. I got enough stuff.
Plenty of stuff.
All you're doing is taking somebody else's stuff and making it your stuff.
Making it yours. Taking their trash and making it your treasure.
I used to have great garage sale signs. It said stuff like that. make my crap your crap.
Now, when they first built it, they had, of course, they had residential houses. They had a community center with all the amenities. They had a golf course.
Oh.
And obviously they have some interesting artwork over here.
Yeah.
We got a woman running away from children playing on steel bars.
Is that what she's doing? I guess she is. She's acting like she's catching a butterfly.
Oh, she's catching a butterfly.
But event center, you think?
Probably it is.
I'm seeing a golf course here too.
Yeah, this could be the clubhouse.
Getting a thumbs up from a golf cart driver.
That's always good. Got
It
one
is
coming
good.
this way.
I got to take my own advice, don't I? I need to get in the batter's box here. Need to step up.
Okay, this is a swim club, it says here.
Swim club, okay. Here, now maybe you guys can see. It must be a nice big pool right here. That's a swim club.
And let's see if they have a sign here. Nope, just lots of decorations. stuff. Homemade
There's
flags.
something on the door.
It's a Mexican
restaurant. Oh, that?
Quiero.
Golf
Preserve. What is the difference between a preserve and a reserve?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know. Preserve. I'll look it up. I'll find out next time I see it. I'll let you know. Hey, you gotta have a leaf blower, right?
Gotta have a leaf blower.
Gotta have a leaf blower.
Gotta remember Adam. Thank you, sir.
What the heck? Joint homes, townhomes.
Cool canopy of trees here.
Love it.
Nice, cool breeze.
And down here in Florida, leaves are really starting to pop and come in now, so our canopies on some streets are really starting to fill in.
Fill in and shape up, yep.
And we didn't have any hurricanes last year, so that was good. We're getting rerouted here. Thank you. So when's the last time you were in a convertible?
Long time.
Really? Was the Super Beetle a convertible?
No.
What state did you get that in?
Georgia.
Oh, okay. What color was that Beetle?
It was a kind of a grayish, bluish gray.
The Beetle was supposed to be the car for the people. That, I mean, it was obviously, you know, the inexpensive cost of it. 1971, huh? That's what you paid for that.
Volkswagen.
Yep.
People's car.
Car for the people. These are great homes. Look at that.
Yeah, I love the Spanish moss ambiance.
Yep. On these live oaks.
Yep.
I've got live oaks, but I don't have the Spanish moss.
You gotta get some, man.
Well, dude.
Just drive around and grab some.
Throw it on my tree and like the old tinsel for Christmas trees.
That's exactly right.
I would put all, you know, we'd save it. I see boxes on how much that was every year.
Oh, wow.
They were like 99-cent boxes, but we would save it. My mom and dad would put it back in a gallon, you know, Ziploc baggie and use it again next year.
Yeah.
But I'd always get my handful, and it always would go on one branch, you know. And then somewhere in the night, my mom and dad would probably disperse it around. I loved it. Used to blow it, just let it fly. Tinsel.
Well, this is Harmony.
I love Harmony.
Very nice.
I wonder if a lot of the same builders from Celebration build over here.
That
Some
would
of these
probably be
feel
worth
like
researching. I don't know.
Celebration homes. There's a big open area.
Okay, at some point, probably want to go back the other way. Maybe this way.
Let's do it.
See if we can get back out to the highway.
We're in a buggy. We can do anything.
We can. We can cut across the yard.
We can go off-road if you want. How those fillings are loose, they're going to be on your lap. You know what a plumeria is? The flower tree. You know that smell? Plumeria.
Not really. No.
It's the Hawaiian flower that looks like a little porcelain. You probably saw them when you're over there at Disney. I want to get some trees for my house. I want to get an orange tree, and I want to get a plumeria tree, and some palm trees. You know a good nursery?
Yeah, there are nurseries all over. No, I don't really know anyone.
There's got to be one around here.
There's one in Narcoossee.
The sad thing is, you know, with that freeze we just had, a lot of the foxtail palms died. You know,
Yeah,
you see those
did.
brown
You see
ones.
them all around.
That's the variety of palms that didn't make it.
Yeah,
We're at what you call the fork in the road kind of now.
It's,
What do you think?
it's a T in the road.
It's a T in a road.
Well, somebody said, was it Yogi Berra, that if you come to a fork in the road,
What
take
do we
it,
do? You eat or what?
take it
Ah, I knew where that was going. Which way you want to go?
left.
We're going left. Folks, we went left. Find a fork in the road. Adam's videos were you know, lengthy at times. Mine are, but my GIVs aren't. Okay, so when he rode around in the buggy, I could feel the tension because he's like, I know I'm running too long with this video, and he even made a comment. He goes, I'm just like, shoot, cut, and we were just talking it up.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're getting into the longer videos now, man.
I don't have a dad joke, but I have a wife joke. It's not even a joke, it's a real life story.
You just point where you want me to go.
I have no idea.
No, I don't either. We're in the middle of a neighborhood.
Let's don't turn there.
All right, we're going to turn off. All right, hit me with this wife. You said wife joke, right?
Yeah, let's turn right here and see what happens.
All right. There's a lot of
Trying
traffic.
to work our way back out to the highway.
We're trying to get back out to the main road.
Okay, so June and I.
Go ahead.
Oh, there it
This
is.
is a personal joke? You're using names in this thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
she
Go ahead.
knows. I've told it many times. In her presence and in her absence. So, sweetheart, I love you, baby. This is for you. So, June and I are just newly married.
Okay.
We're living in our apartment. We have both finished our sophomore year of college.
Oh.
And we were married, and it was summertime, something or other, and I was in the bedroom, very small apartment. Bedroom, kitchen, living room, that's about it. And so I'm laying on the bed reading something. She is in the bathroom showering.
This is a clean joke.
Yeah, it's a clean joke. So she's in the bathroom showering, and I'm laying there, and she calls out to me, and she says, Jim.
I'm listening. I just got to watch traffic.
Watch the traffic.
She says, Jim.
She says, Jim, bring me a tile. And I thought, a tile? And I'm thinking a little square piece of
Porcelain. Ceramic.
tile.
I got it. I would be too.
So I get up and I walk over to the door. And like being the gentleman that I am, I don't open the door. I just say, sweetheart,
Reach in, knock.
what did you say? She said, bring me a tile. And I said, what are you going to do with a tile? She said, I'm going to dry off. I said, oh, you mean a towel? She said, yes, that's what I said, tile.
Isn't that funny?
That's pretty
A little
funny.
bit of an accent can change the meaning of a word, right?
Yeah, she got a beautiful Virginia accent. Makes many interesting conversations. Even to this day. 56 years later.
Yeah. Got a friend. Well, almost lost my hat with that truck. I got a friend in Nashville that's got that little accent. I love it. Boy, it's fun to try to figure out what some of those words are, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I river too much sometimes.
Ride it a little long, huh?
Yeah,
How
you
would I
could go
get
that
there?
way. You could go 520, 528 and go down.
Okay.
You can do that if you want to take the turnpike.
I just want to check it out.
Toll road.
It's a town on the beach, right? It is.
All right, we are coming in for the home stretch here, making our way back to the landing center. And then we're going to sit for a home-cooked taco meal by Mama Woo. Adam used to always love to come over when Mama made tacos. And he ate a plenty.
Growing up, what was your favorite meal your mom made?
Our favorite meal, my favorite memorable meal, was Saturday night hamburgers.
Hamburgers?
Mama always made hamburgers on Saturday night. And she always made too many.
Really? How many were in your family?
There were 4 of us, but my grandmother who lived with us was 5. But she made more than enough because there was always something left over for Sunday night. Or dinner
Oh,
on
you guys
Sunday night.
used to make like, oh man, what was goulash. My mom would make goulash.
No, actually, Mama just reheated the
And
hamburger.
you had hamburgers again, huh? You want to take this one?
Oh, straight.
I think my favorite was stroganoff. You ever had that?
Beef stroganoff.
Oh, beef stroganoff.
Mama made that.
Love that. With like the egg noodles, beef stew meat, little chips and mushrooms in it. Man,
Yep.
I still make it.
I love to eat, period.
What'd you have?
I love to eat.
Oh, yeah.
You know it's starting to rain.
Yeah, it's coming down. We're going to get
wet. Put my hat on. All right. In this lane, this is going to turn left up here. Okay, before we go, Jim, tell me the name of your channel.
Dunebuggy Jim. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. That's pretty simple, isn't it? Hey, are you looking down? Did you show everybody the stickers down there? Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
2 legends down there, right? Bob Ross. Mr. Adam. That's it. We're getting wet, isn't it? It started raining on us.
Yeah, we probably ought to get out and go inside.
I didn't bring an umbrella.
We have company.
We do have company. He's here for tacos. He heard about Taco Tuesday.
I hope you enjoyed the ride with Dunebuggy Jim. Go check out his channel, Dunebuggy Jim on YouTube here. I'm sure he's got a lot of interesting things. Goes over to the Cape and watches launches, rocket launches, and visits a variety of places all around Central Florida. Places you've never seen, interesting things you might be interested in checking out. Dunebuggy Jim. Make it a great day. And if the Lord wills, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Wow.
Great.